Hey, did y'all see the 50 best beats of all time on the Rap Radar?
No, I didn't see it, but if I didn't do it, I don't trust it. I think me and Elliot need to have a conversation about them because I think that them lists be biased.
Man, you know what though? That's the thing is, man, it is still a lot of bias in music, man. And you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with bias because hip hop is so objective anyway, dog.
Sure.
If you a dude from that part of the country, you gonna have a predominantly East Coast. The most part of your list is gonna be from the East Coast. And I think it was some dope ass beats. I think that Lucchini beat is one of the hardest beats I ever heard.
What's crazy is, this was crazy to me. The West Coast can't be biased. Like, we can't be because we grew up to as much New York hip hop as we did West Coast hip hop. Like Eiht gonna know more East Coast hip hop artists than most East Coast people today. You know what I mean? If a young dude 20 years old, he can't talk to Eiht about real East Coast hip hop. Eiht gonna know more than him. So it's just one of those things where I think they need to leave that type of stuff to us because we have more of an objective take.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what it is, man. I just think, I don't know. I'm obviously not going to take the show and talk about what my favorite 50 hip-hop beats of all time was, man. But
what we need to do.
You know what, bro?
I mean, because, yeah, everybody has their own opinion. I mean,
you need to put out the Gangster Chronicles.
These motherfuckers, I mean,
all time.
Everybody had their own opinion about whatever they
beats of all time. Okay, I'm just gonna give you the top the top 10 they said.
You gotta go home and write it first because you.
No, hold on. I'm gonna give you the top 10 beats they said. They said the number 10 came in as Missy Elliott, Get Your Freak On. Then number 9 was Travis Scott featuring Drake, Psycho Mode.
No.
Mike Jones featuring Paul Wall, Still Tipping. The Puff Daddy and the Family, the Benjamins, Kanye West, Power, the Lil Wayne, a Millie. Number 4 was Notorious Big, Who Shocks You. Number 3 was the Clips, Grinding. Number 2 was Mobb Deep, Shook Ones. And number 1 was Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, Still Dre. I don't even think that's the hardest Dre beat.
Who made up that list?
I don't know, dog. The Rap Radar cats. RapCaviar cats.
Man, that's like I said, that's
RapCaviar.
That's somebody's own opinions, man. That's their own opinions because I'm not going to say that because there are songs right there that you named that I didn't even bump. So how can you, as your opinion, that's your opinion of what you feel is your 50th top greatest of all time. You get me? Because no disrespect, but I didn't even listen to a Millie. That wasn't a song I rode around in my car bumping. You know what I'm saying? I look at beats like that. That I can ride around and bang in my motherfucking car. I don't, because every radio hit ain't some shit that I'm finna play rolling down the street in my car. Yeah, you get me? Agree. Some of that shit, you don't hear a nigga in the hood or rolling down Compton or Alondra Boulevard where you know motherfuckers is riding and down Crenshaw. You ain't finna hear no nigga in no motherfucker 6'4" with the rag top down bumping no Millie.
The crazy is, I remember when they made a Millie, I was there. And it was a dope beat. What's crazy is it was a dope beat. But you know what's funny? When I think of beats from that, like, you know what go harder than a Millie as just a beat? Hard in the Paint.
Yeah, Hard in the Paint was hard. It was a Waka Flocka. That's a hard beat.
Exactly.
To me, the best records are the ones all the rappers want to freestyle to. That's the best beats. Not the ones, because sometimes you could take a song and a song be jamming. Like Wayne made a Millie. A Millie was a hard beat, but couldn't nobody.
It was a great song. Yeah. It was a great song.
Yeah, anybody couldn't have rapped over that. And
exactly.
That wouldn't have worked out.
But
and a dope beat is when anybody get on it and it just be still going.
Like I said, I like the Gang of Wayne. I mean, the Block is Hot is hard to me. I bumped that more than I bumped a Millie. You get me? A Millie wasn't my forte. That was some club for the ladies, whatever. You know, I bumped the Block is Hot. I bumped I bumped a gang of other shit that was more street orientated to me. You know what I'm saying? From Lil Wayne.
Cream ain't no. How is Cream not in the top 10 from a New York? They couldn't have been from New York. They don't got Cream in the top 10. Cream is one of the hardest beats to ever come out of New York.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say that. Hey, we go do our 5. We go each do our 5 #1 beats right now. Off the top of your head, Glasses, what's your 5 greatest beats of all time?
Up.
Yeah, because you'd have to sit down and
Yeah,
analyze.
I can name mine. I'm
man.
just asking for 5. Well, you know what? Let's do 3 then. Let's go 3 just off the top of your head. What's the hardest beats ever? Like if you was a rapper.
That's just hard. It's hard for me to. Okay, I got you. I got
3.
you.
I
Okay,
can
I'ma
go
give you
first and
5.
let you
I'ma
wait if
give
you need
5.
to.
I'm gonna give you 5.
All right.
I'm gonna give you 5 of the hardest beats, and these are beats I heard. That you might not even know who the artist is no more. OG Bobby Johnson from out the South.
That was hard.
OG Bobby with the snares. Dun, 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 ta, 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 ta. Boom. I remember hearing that beat thinking that was the craziest beat in the world. Like, how is this working? Right? That's automatically gonna go for me. Right? Then Cream, that was a beat when I first heard it. The Wu-Tang Cream beat, I just didn't understand what was going on. How is this possible? How could music even sound like this? Right? That's how I felt about that. Kanye and b.i.g, Devil in the Blue Dress, Devil in the New Dress. That beat is crazy. That crazy sample, that's like the hardest thing in the world to me. What's a mother hard joint where I just be like, damn, it just make me just twist my face. Battle Cat, I love it.
That was hard.
Hard as a motherfucker. It don't matter what they said over that motherfucker, it was gonna go off. Feel me? And Drake nonstop. I'll give Drake nonstop. That's a hard beat. That's 5 out of my head that I feel like I'm listening to that I'm like, these is rap beats.
That's a respectable list right there.
That's just off my head. Now, I ain't set down.
You ain't got 5-8?
I ain't even touching this shit.
8 decline to see. See, 8 be want to be politically correct.
I don't even be politically correct because my idea of the greatest beats, man, I listen to too much. I listen to too much. There is no list. I'm not gonna go, oh, these are the top 5 greatest beats of all time.
I'm just saying,
nigga, I like Eric B. is President was a hard beat.
That could be in your
PSK, no, because it ain't. Because I got a top 100. Because I don't do niggas like that. Because niggas was all great. If you don't, whatever your opinion is your opinion. Whatever. RapCaviar to hip hop this to Rolling Stone that to Steel to Glasses to everybody's gonna have their own preference.
Yeah.
How can something be the greatest of all time when there's so many great niggas?
It's subjective. That's why I'm saying it's up to each person. So I'm gonna give you my personal 5 now. It's one in there. I got one that ain't nobody go think about. It was from the homie Hot Dollar. Scoop DeVille made it. It was one of Scoop DeVille's earlier beats. What was it? I Love These Streets, G, where they had the Beach Boys sample.
That shit was crazy. That
Beach Boys sample, the way they flipped that, that's one of the hardest beats of all time.
I've never heard it.
I don't give a fuck if YouTube just go ahead
like I said, I've never heard it.
YouTube just go ahead and flag us for this. Hold on, I'm gonna play this shit.
And see, that's where I say it comes to everybody's own presidents because.
But you can't really do that. Yeah, I agree. You can't really do that.
I've never. You asked me, nigga, Jesse James from Scarface. You give me a Doggy Dog World from Snoop Dogg. Like, I'm talking about that the niggas ride down the block and they low riders and it's undeniable.
Let me get my 5 off real quick, dog. Hold on,
niggas be on some cordy man.
Hold on, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is one of the hardest beats of all time. Let me skip past this.
That beat is hard. I remember that beat.
Yeah. That was the shit right there. That's one of mine right there. And that's some underground right there. I'm like 8, I'm gonna go back to it. I think not Hand of the Dead Body, but I've never seen a man cry. When I first heard that, I was like, damn, this is ill. It was just real introspective, right? Cream for Wu-Tang. One I agree with. Another hard ass one. This is my second entry from the little homie Scoop DeVille. The I Wanna Rock, how he flipped the Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock sample.
Oh, yeah, that was hard. I remember
That shit
that.
was
The Snoop
hard as a
record.
motherfucker. When I
shit was
first
dope.
heard that, and then I gotta tell you that I don't know if it's one of my top 5 really, but it stick out to me. The motherfucking Many Men for 50 Cent.
That was dope. Yeah, that was cool.
That was a dope ass motherfucking beat.
Yeah, that was dope.
That was a dope ass motherfucking beat. But I think hip hop is so motherfucking subjective, dog. It's like when people come out with these greatest rapper of all time lists, it's like, dog, I hear too many niggas rap that can bust that ain't necessarily famous, that my list would be way different from anybody's thing. Because if you talk to me, Glass has got a different ideology when he think about that, because he think about who got hit records.
Not hit records, who got good records. Like a rapper to me is still judged on how prolific his record is. So it don't gotta be radio. Like it could be something that's culturally shifting. And it ain't the biggest radio song, but that's mean everything. As soon as you hear it, it puts you somewhere else. Like a good record is almost like you finna take a trip somewhere that you ain't standing right then and there. So I'm really high on that as a rapper, because if I just judge rap, it become a style thing. Like what style I want. Like some punchline niggas is hard, some punchline niggas is corny. Some gangster niggas get cracking, some gangster niggas is lame. It just, you gotta make it work together. And then when I hear it, feel me, like it's crazy. When we did that concert in Fresno and Bakersfield the other day, and Eiht did Straight Up to Me, that took me somewhere else. That motherfucker, it just, some joints just, it's there, it's put together. And that's what it's about. If your record don't take you nowhere, if it don't take you nowhere, then what's it for? That motherfucker's supposed to be like a ticket, a first class ticket somewhere else.
Yeah, that's for real, man. You know what? It depends on what it is, because see, I'm gonna tell you, like, when I first heard Big Daddy Kane, it wasn't a raw record, but it was Let It Roll, Get Bold, like just can't hold back the fold, because I'm a man with soul and control and effects of what the heck, rock the discotheque and the groove will come next. What was the name of that song, Eiht? You know, the little wham, wham, wham.
That was Raw.
That wasn't Raw, because Raw was Here I Am, R-A-W, a terrorist, it'll bring trouble too. You know the one that was boom, the top, the doom, the top, the doom, the top.
That was Set It Off.
Set It Off. That was it right there. To me, Kane was the hardest nigga on the planet, dog. When I first heard Kane, when I first heard Rakim, when I first heard Kool G rap, and them is all East Coast niggas, it was kind of over with for me as far as like the rapping niggas.
I just think y'all generation, and I'm going to say it like this, I just think y'all generation don't give enough love to LL Cool J.
Oh, LL was hard. LL was
I think I've said that a lot of times, and like LL as an MC, LL as everything is just, I remember hearing him as a kid, and I don't know if it was for us, but that shit was amazing. That motherfucker was hard, man. And he just, for some reason, fall by the wayside. Like people don't talk about it.
No, not really, dog. LL could never fall by the wayside, because LL won every battle he had, really. And I hate saying this, but wouldn't you say LL pretty much won every battle he had? Because Kool Mo D was cool to me, but I wasn't really no big Kool Mo D fan like that.
I mean, Kool Mo D was cool. Like, like I said, I listened to a few Kool Mo D songs when he first came. You know, Go See the Doctor was the shit. You know, Kool Mo D, How Do You Like Me Now? But yeah, I was more LL Cool J fan.
Yeah, I was more.
But Kool Mo D had a lot of motherfucking fans too. A lot of motherfuckers like the Kool Mo D.
Kool Mo D was cool, but I just think LL smashed him though, with them Star Trek shades on.
Let me ask y'all something, man, and it's important to me to know too, because all my older homies, all Plug, Moon, all them. What is it? How did EPMD connect with y'all out here on the street so hard?
Oh, them niggas was
G niggas. I remember was playing EPMD differently, more than Rakim to me, more than Chris, you know, and BDP, more than all that shit. Like, niggas on the West,
I think EPMD connected with us so hard because, you know, for me in the aspect, because, you know, me and Chill was just getting set with the CMW shit. And so that's why they connected so much for me. And then for the fact that, you know, they were different to me than every other MC that was coming out by the, you know, we, like you said, we had the LLs and the Beasties, and we had a lot of like the battle rap niggas. EPMD was the first niggas who reminded me of like, even though they probably wasn't hood, they reminded me of just some hood niggas. I mean, rapping off
like
of more bounce, and you guys, that's what got us, because over here our standard was Zap and just bass lines and
Ohio,
and so for them niggas
Ohio influence.
For them niggas to come out busting off of Roger, off of Zap, off of more bounce, they had the whole, it was it for us. I mean, as far as we was in the hood, whatever.
Yeah, like all the G niggas was
And then
really
to come back with, I mean, you already set it off with busting off of Zap. I mean, more bounce, and then to come back with you a customer, niggas was like, nigga, I'm serving customers every day. These niggas is hard.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all my G homies really fuck with EPMD. It was like they just fuck with the West with EPMD, and that's another. I would like to hear you and Eric Sermon. Like you did the with Primo, I would love to hear you and Eric Sermon.
Yeah, that's my people, Eric, man. Yeah, EPMD was a heavy influence on me as far as the way I tried to deliver, you know, being the two-man group, me and Chill. They were heavy influence on our come up. You know, we wanted to be EPMD, you know what I'm saying? Because they set the tone.
All the gangsters played EPMD. That was really
man. Yeah, man, you got to chill, you a customer, and then when their album came out, it was, man, come on. And then what, they Unfinished Business with the Please Listen to My Demo and busting off a natural high, and like niggas wasn't doing that shit. And we resonated with that on the West Coast because niggas being a lolos bumping natural high.
Was visual too, Eiht, because when you picture when a nigga said E-Double had to push while MD steered.
Like niggas done ran out of gas.
Like,
Hell yeah.
ran out of gas.
And then for the
whip up the street.
And then if you was a young nigga trying to get in the game and knowing the struggles, them niggas was telling you, we was this and that, and nigga took my demo, and next thing you know, nigga, we here and riding in limos, and nigga, my nigga this, my nigga E-Double got this. Them niggas, they delivery was on point, and I think they resonated with a lot of niggas that was on the block at the time, because a lot of music wasn't, you know, a lot of music wasn't neighborhood orientated. Niggas looked at Rakim, you get me, a little bit, but when EPMD came along, niggas was just like, man, these are some niggas that really know, and they was just trying to connect with niggas on the street, I think.
And when they did it, I liked them because Eric Sermon produced like a DJ, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of break beats, like when they did this for Do It Till You Feel Good, the bump, 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 bump.
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying?
Yeah.
When they came with that that was the shit. I swear, man, when I was in Long Beach at that time, G, all of them 20 niggas, all of them insane niggas, that was all they used to bump right there.
That's all we used to bump was EPMD.
Every gangster, every grown G homie that I know, like yeah, niggas will talk about Rod niggas, but man, the connection with 80s gang members and EPMD is like, you could tell that take them somewhere. They go somewhere else when you start talking about EPMD, and I just never knew that, but it makes sense to be off that Zap and all that crazy they was getting off on.
And another one too, I'm gonna tell you, one of the other greatest beats of all time, MC Breed, Ain't No Future in Your Front.
That motherfucker is hard.
I got to see.
Ooh, that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a show one time with High C, and I saw Dub C up there. Shout out to Dub. Dub went up there and did this thing, rocked the crowd. High C did this thing. This nigga Breed came on and did, because he was late, came on and did one record. As soon as that To The Beat y'all came on, it was like that place, like electricity ran through that motherfucker. Everybody went up in the motherfucking air. I said, damn, I want a record like that right there. Man, that nigga was the shit.
Ain't no boy.
Breed.
I hear that now and be like, ooh, this motherfucker here.
Breed was one of the early artists I knew when I first started coming up. So he was a cool nigga. I knew his people. I knew some of his family. I ended up producing one of his cousin's group, DFC.
Okay.
I ended up producing a couple of songs for DFC. I ended up doing a single with DFC, Caps Get Peeled. We shot a video and everything. So Bree was another one of those early hip-hop records that it just resonated with the West Coast. I mean, shit, the Funky Worm. You get me? It was all that West Coast, music that we was bumping in the 70s, you get me? With the OG, like you said, with the OGs in the neighborhood and niggas in they lolos and just posted up in backyard parties. Niggas sitting in the garage playing dominoes and shit like that. These are songs we heard, Ohio Players, Funky Worm, Zap, More Bounce, you get me? And so for these niggas to come out and started sampling and busting off these records, it really resonated with us in the neighborhoods because, like I said, those were our foundation of gangster music. The Zaps and the One Ways and the Ohio Players and the Parliament and all that. That was our hood music.
That's
you know what
shit.
else was hard as a motherfucker too? Sir Mix-a-Lot, Posse on Broadway.
Yeah, Posse on Broadway was hard.
That's another motherfucker one I remember too. You hear that motherfucker?
Nigga, Conscious Daughters, Funky Expedition.
Ooh, that bass line. Oh, and they made the Donald Trump song. That's how YG and Nip made the Donald Trump song with that bass line.
Exactly.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's a gang, man, that you could basically fill out a list of your top 50 greatest beats, and I guarantee you look at the list and be like, God damn, I forgot this, I forgot that, I forgot that. I mean, it's just so much. It's just so much.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, dog. I'm gonna tell you,
Beastie Boys, Paul Revere. Nigga, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Paul Revere was the two. When I heard that,
that reverse shit,
dog. That was the first time I drunk a 40. So when I first heard Paul Revere, I just drunk my first 40 of Old English 800.
Man, come on, man.
I was in the car with my homie and I heard that zoom, 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 zoom. I was like, what the is this?
It's just a gang. It's just a gang of great classic music, man. That it's hard for anybody to come up with a top 50.